Okay, dear students, see the 10th question. In the last class, we have finished up to 9th question. Okay, from now, 10th question onwards, we will do. Okay, see what they are asking. Let function f x to y be an invertible function. Show that f has unique inverse. Okay, see, this function is invertible like he only telling, but this is having inverse also. But we have to show that this is having only unique inverse. Unique inverse means what? It means only one inverse. There are no two inverse functions. Only one inverse function is there. Like we have to show. See, this is a hypothetical question. First of all, fundamentally, what we know for invertible, it should be 1 1 onto. Okay. If 1 1 and onto condition is there, if you reverse it, inverse means reversing only, na? Codomain you are making, range you are making, here range only. Why? Because codomain range both are same. Range you are making domain and domain you are making range for inverse. Automatically only one function will come. There will not be two functions. Inverse function. But how to prove this? Let us see. Why? Because see, 2-3 steps we have to write to satisfy the answer. Okay? Okay. Let us write. Given that function is invertible, therefore this is 1 1 and onto. 1 1 and onto. First you write this one, then you write as this function is invertible, GOF is equal to x and FOG is equal to y. Second one also you write. Okay, GOF is equal to x and FOG is equal to y. Okay. Now we go. Let G is the inverse of function f. G is the inverse of function f. Okay. Now you write it. Now you take this one. Why? Because finally G is there. G you have to show that two inverses are there. Okay. Now you write like this. FOG 1 is equal to FOG 2. Okay. Implies FOG 1 y is equal to FOG 2 y. Implies. Okay. How I am writing, you observe. FOG, see, because this rule is for invertible function only, invertible you only telling, that is why I have taken. But why I am taking to G1 and G2 are two inverses. G is inverse like I have already told. Okay. G1, G2. G1, G2, y you have. After putting y only, you remove function. If you remove function, G1 y is equal to G2 y. Again you make implies G1 is equal to G2. Okay. Therefore, G1 is equal to G2 is equal to G. There is only one inverse. But this much you write, that is enough. Why? Because see, this is a hypothetical question. We all know only one inverse only will be there, two inverses will not be there like. But how to manipulate the answer, that depends on us. More or less manipulating only, that's all. Why? Because everybody knows that 1 1 and 1 2 function is having only one inverse. There are two inverse. There are no two inverses. Okay. Like this you have to write and close this problem. Okay. Now let us go for 11th question. Okay. Let us see 11th question. What they have given. Consider function between 1 2 3 set and ABC set given by f of 1 is equal to a, f of 2 is equal to b, f of 3 is equal to c. This is original function, okay, between 1 to 3 and abc. Find f inverse and show that f inverse of inverse is equal to f. Okay, see here there will not be big logic. This is a straightforward question. That is why rather than making some theory or hypothesis and all, directly we can draw arrow diagram. Based on arrow diagram we can do this problem easily. Okay, let us draw arrow diagram. Okay, see arrow diagram. See, function is between 1 2 3 and abc. Let us take xy or ab, whatever it may be, we can take. Okay, now say 1 2 3 and you take x and this as y. Why? Because here abc's are there, that is why I have taken xy. A, B, C are there. Okay, now see, as per function, let us write function also here first. Okay, let us write function. Function f is equal to, say if you give 1, a has come. Okay, if you give 2, b has come. Okay, if you give 3, c has come. Okay, close. This is function f. Okay, now observe this function, draw. See, drawing or writing and drawing both are same, but anyway they have given, that is why first we have written function. Okay, now draw 1 to a, 2 to b, 3 to c. Why? Because if you draw arrow diagram, the analytical what we can say, viewing power will come. Okay, now you tell me, he asked us to write f inverse. First of all we have to see whether this is invertible or not. This is 1 1 function only, clearly it is showing. Okay, and onto also, that is why invertible. Okay, then we write inverse. Why? Because we know how to write inverse and all. If like arrow diagram, limited elements are there, there is no equation like r to r, some equation like that are not there. Simple 1 2 3 abc. This type of simple problem, simple only, you have to give answer. Okay, now you write some this thing. See, as per arrow diagram, f x to y. Okay, okay, now and g y to x, where g is f inverse, in bracket inverse of f, inverse of f. This you write inverse of f. Okay, now what we have written, f x to y, function between f to y. Here you write f also. Why? Because the function is between x to y. X to y means x input, y output. X input, y output, that you have to carefully, this you have to write. And g y to x, g y to x we have written, but afterwards we are telling that where g is f inverse, that means inverse of f. Then you write g also now. Okay, write g. G is equal to, see, y to x. Y to x is already we have written. See, x to y means y to x we have written. Because bijective. This also you write. Why? Because as per arrow diagram we declare that this is bijective. Simple bijective you write 1 1 and onto both are there. Okay, now you write y to x means a comma 1 comma b comma 2 comma c comma 3. Okay, a b c 1 2 3. Okay, here 1 2 3 a b c are there. Okay, now this is inverse. You write g is, see, find f inverse, like you have told na, g is inverse of f comma f inverse, or that is equal to f inverse. Okay, now you have written g is f inverse, like your 50% of the question is over. Now he is asking us to write, show that f inverse of f is equal to f. Here you simple logic you use. We have taken f inverse as g. Now we find G inverse. We show that G inverse is F. That means F inverse of F inverse is equal to F, like we can show. Okay. Now write G inverse. G inverse, how we are writing? Write again. Let G y to x, okay, and h x to y, okay, h is equal to G inverse. Simply you write this one, okay, in bracket inverse of G. How we have written here? Inverse of F. Now we have brought third function. G is inverse of F 50% over. Now let G y to x. G y to x is only there. Don't write x to y. G y to x only. And h x to y. What is h? H is equal to G inverse, in bracket we have written inverse of G. Now you write h. H means again you have to reverse this function. Okay, h is equal to. Now you write inverse of this function G. Okay, 1 comma A comma 2 comma B comma 3 comma C. Close. Okay. As above, h is equal to G inverse is equal to F. Okay. Therefore, F inverse of inverse is equal to F. Hence proved. That's all. This much you write and close this problem. That's all. Why? Because see, this is a simple logic you have to use. Even though you have written direct problem, but simple logic you have written. Directly you are not telling that F inverse of F inverse is equal to F. You are telling that F inverse is G, G inverse is H, H is F inverse of F. Like that you are telling. We have finished this 11th problem. Let us go for 12th question. See the 12th question. Okay. Let f x to y be an invertible function. Show that inverse of f inverse is f. That is f inverse whole inverse is equal to f is asking. See, he only telling that invertible function. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. Okay. Let us write how we are going to write the answer. Okay. Okay, you write given that the function is invertible, the function is invertible, therefore GOF is equal to x and FOG is equal to y. F x to y. Okay. Okay. GOF is equal to x, x is equal to y, and also you write G is equal to F inverse, and G is equal to F inverse. F x to y is there, G is equal to F inverse. We are taking G as inverse of the F. Then if you find G inverse and the G inverse is going to become F, then we have proved, like we have to write. See, this is also hypothetical question. We know very well, but how to manipulate answer and all, it is very important. Okay, now GOF and FOG, what you are taking, see, now we want to make G is equal to F inverse, you have written, na? Then you write like this. Here G is there, na? Write F inverse of F is equal to X and F of F inverse is equal to Y. F in G, you have replaced G with F inverse, that's all. See, both are valid. Then you reverse it. F of F inverse is equal to Y and F inverse of F is equal to X, that's all. Okay. See, when GOF and FOG were there, at that time what was the inverse? Inverse is equal to G. Okay. Now, what will be there here? See, same condition is there here. GOF. Okay. FO F dash. F. Here G is there, Y is there. Then G has become inverse. By comparing these two, What we can write automatically? F inverse is invertible and F is inverse of F inverse. That is you write. That is F inverse of inverse is equal to F. That's all. Why? Because see, this is a hypothetical question. There will not be much clarification for this. Or else you can take with example and all, but that may not be acceptable by the examiner. See the 13th question. If function r to r be given f of x is equal to 3 minus x cube whole power 1 by 3, then f of fx is, then 4 answers they have given. This is objective question. You have to write the answer. Okay. Let us see f of fx. We have to define f of fx. Okay. See, f of fx is equal to f of fx. Okay. F of fx is what? 3 minus x cube whole power 1 by 3. Okay. Okay. Now here in x area all this will have to replace. Okay, now I am putting this greater bracket and again one small bracket. 3 minus, see x is there, no? X, this x entire this will become. Okay, then again you put another bracket. 3 minus x cube whole power 1 by 3. This is x only, but x cube is there. Then again you put cube, then whole power 1 by 3 is there, then whole power 1 by 3. This is very important. Okay. Okay. Now if you observe here, see this bracket entire is under bracket only, but 1 by 3 and 3 by 1 by 3, that means going to get cancelled. Okay, now what I am writing? 3 minus x cube. That's all. Why? Because see, this bracket whole power 3 is there, and under this small bracket whole power 1 by 3 is there. That means 1 by 3 get cancelled. This will come. Okay, and this outer bracket will be same only, 1 by 3. Okay. Okay, yes, correct. Now you see, in this bracket 3 minus 3 will get cancelled, and minus of minus plus x cube will come. X cube whole power 1 by 3. Okay. Now x power 3 1 by 3 is going to get cancelled. X is going to come. That means the answer is C. Okay. Like this you have to answer the question. We go for 14th question. Let f r minus 4 by 3, that means real number in domain, minus 4 by 3 you have to remove. Remaining all will be there in domain. But because this is function, all will be having connection. To r, codomain is r, real number all will be there. Here minus 4 by 3 also will be there. Be a function defined as, this is the function, fx is equal to 4x by 3x plus 4. Okay, now he is asking inverse of f is the map G. That means normally inverse is G we are showing, and G also, see, when fx is there, Gy will be there. Range f, that means this function's range, what is going to come, that range to reverse, automatical reverse only will come. This is again, here this range is going to become domain, and this r minus this one is going to become range, given by, like is telling. See here, inverse, before finding what we were doing, FOG, GOF we were finding. See, now this is an objective question. We need not find FOG, GOF is equal to X, FOG is equal to Y. We need not find. Why? Because see, objective question is not required. Anyway, he is giving directly G of Y, G of Y, G of Y. Directly you find X, that is going to become G of Y. You compare answer, put the answer. That's all. Okay. Let us do. How? You see, take x, f of x that is equal to y is equal to 4x by 3x plus 4 that is equal to, now you put comma, 3xy plus 4y is equal to 4x. Okay, comma, then you keep 4y one side and take all this. 4y is equal to 4x minus 3xy. Okay, again you put is equal to here, not is equal to, you put comma here, that's all. Take x common, 4y is equal to x, if you take common 4 will come, 4x minus 3xy. Okay, that means 4x minus 3xy. Now again you put comma, x is equal to, then you send this side, 4y by 4 minus 3y. Okay, now this is your gy. You see here, I think this one, 4y by 4 minus 3y, 4y by 4 minus 3y. That means you put answer as B. Okay. See, for objective questions, FOG, GYF we need not check. Directly inverse is asking, inverse you can find and you can put the answer. Okay, now we finished this 14th question. In the next class we will see binary functions concepts and exercise. Thank you very much.